you're gonna win. He says some days you're gonna lose. I tell you, I got news for you. You're losing all the time, you never win. No, if you believe that's how it's gonna be, I better put you down. Get up, you take your up and come down on the ground. You gotta save me now. You better turn around. And I looked around. I was heading down. Oh, somebody throw me down the line.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning. 9:03. A little bit of change on this Monday morning. It's the 14th day of July. We got a great show, and we're going to get right into it. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we're going to be talking to Christina Foster, Foster's Light in the Dark, and getting an update on their Overdose Awareness Day event and so much more. Then friends of the show, OSF, St. Anthony's Health Center, join us at about 9:20, and we're going to get the latest from them as well. In the 10 o'clock hour, more daily show for you, as we're going to be taking you to the road to the Alton Midwest Nationals, the F1 Powerboat races coming down the pipeline this weekend. Mike Farmer, a local powerboat racing expert and the event boat patrol lead, will join us for an inside look at what fans can expect. But at 9:05, a busy weekend here in the 618 for news. Let's dive right into it now. Early Sunday morning, the Madison County Sheriff's Office responded to reports of a disturbance and gunfire at Third Chute Bar and Grill 2 in unincorporated Alton. Multiple 911 calls came in at 1:05 a.m. indicating a disturbance and gunshots fired. Upon arrival, deputies found a person who had been fatally shot and pronounced deceased at the scene. The suspect detained without incident. Authorities confirmed this incident was not random and those involved were known to each other. The investigation remains active and we'll keep you updated when more details do emerge. A body was discovered just after 1 p.m. Sunday in a wooded area near Piasol Street and Market in Alton, leading to an active investigation by local authorities. The Alton Police Department promptly responded and involved detectives from the Investigation Division, while the Madison County Coroner's Office was called to assist. The discovery was made by a nearby neighbor who alerted the police. Officers secured the scene with crime tape as officials continue to withhold details about the deceased's identity and the circumstances surrounding this case. We will keep you updated when we receive any updates on this. A 72-year-old man, David A. Gray, remains in custody facing multiple criminal charges, including attempted criminal sexual assault, aggravated criminal sexual abuse, and indecent solicitation of a child, along with battery. Gray allegedly committed and attempted these acts of sexual abuse by force against a 14-year-old female victim. The investigation began after the victim reported the abuse to police on the 5th of June, 2025. Gray confessed to the offenses during a July 2nd interview and admitted plans for further abuse. Gray is a registered sex offender and a sexual predator with history of convictions dating back to the 1970s. Authorities reveal Gray allowed the homeless victim and her family to stay at his home despite his legal status. He remains detained at Madison County Jail as the case proceeds. Let's take a look at weather at 9:07. It's going to be a little bit different out there today. Right now, temperature sitting at 76 degrees. It feels like 90. Humidity at 99%. Wow, humid and clouds and sun today. Then a thunderstorm in spots this afternoon. Be careful of that. For air quality and all the pollen levels, they're all in that good to low category, so nothing to talk about there. Temperatures reach 85 degrees today, drop down to 70 overnight as we head into Tuesday. Another stormy day ahead of us, a high of 85 tomorrow. A low of 72 with more thunderstorms predicted throughout the morning and afternoon. Then on Wednesday, partly sunny skies, a high of 90, a low of 73. On Thursday, a high of 86, a low of 72 degrees. And then on Friday, a high of 85, a low of 70 degrees. And that's a look at the next 5 days. Here's what's happening now, my friends. It's 76 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 89 out there for time and temperature throughout the day. 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, and Return Home. You can also stay up to date in real time all the time by going to RiverBender.com /weather. All right, what are you doing on August the 2nd? Doors are opening at 6 p.m. at the Alton Amphitheater for Puddle of Mud. We just talked to Wes Scantlin, the lead singer of Puddle of Mud, just on Friday, and he's excited about this show, and so many of you are excited too. The 1991 starting out band, multi-platinum selling rock group Puddle of Mud has sold over 7 million albums worldwide. You guys know the hits like Blurry, She Hates Me, Psycho, and so much more. Get your tickets now at Metro Tix. You can see this right here on your screen. All you got to do, go to the RiverBender.com wallpaper and click on it. If you click on it, it'll take you right here and you're good to go to see Puddle of Mud. We'll be there live August the 2nd on hand for the sights and sounds of the big day in the 618. We'll see you, and just remember, she might hate me, but Puddle of Mud won't if you get tickets now for August the 2nd. MetroTix.com. That's MetroTix.com. And don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. We'll take a quick break. More Daily Show next.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone, and over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Muggs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Then that time I went and said goodbye. Now I'm back and not ashamed to cry. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours.
Welcome back. 9:13, Christina Foster, Foster's Light in the Dark, in the studio. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Is it humid out there?
It's starting to get sticky, yes.
You know what, though? By the end of August, that humidity kind of drowns out and goes away, and we get shifted into fall mode. And on August the 31st, the Overdose Awareness Day event, it's a beautiful thing, 4 to 8 p.m. This is going to be over there at Riverview Park, correct?
At Russell Commons, yeah.
I always call it. It's all
okay.
right
It's
there,
on the river.
but yeah, right there on the river, and you can be a part of it. But this is really, we've talked about this before, such an important event for families to come together in a time, in a spot where it never really happens, you know, and you get to remember your loved ones that, you know, are no longer here with us.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, and take me through, how's the progress of this event going? What's the difference from this second year to the first one?
Oh, it's amazing. So this year, we are going to have sponsors that
That's
are
awesome.
sponsoring our event. Madison County Mental Health Board has stepped up in a major way, and they're sponsoring both of our events. They're our major sponsor.
That's incredible.
Yes, and then we have the Gateway Regional Medical Center in Granite City.
Mm-hmm.
They are our second tier. And, you know, the third one is Amare.
They're great.
I love Amare. They're really close to my heart. I have a lot of my mentors in recovery that work there.
Do you really?
Yes.
That's awesome to hear.
Yes. And like they're just great people. They are really angels sent from God that really go out and help people find recovery and change their life. You know, they are, you know, loving people right where they're at. And then we have Integrity Landscape.
They're a great company, it seems
I work
like.
for Site One.
Oh, Site One.
But they're our customer.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and I know them personally, the owners, and they, you know, this is close to their heart. And then Bigfoot Landscape is our last one, and they do amazing work too.
They got a big company, it seems like.
Yeah, Integrity started, and they're doing really good. Like, they have hit the ground running, and if you get on Facebook and you check out their pictures, like they do oasis for a whole backyard. Like they have the pool and everything. And Bigfoot does a lot of that stuff too. So we're really blessed. And we're also having a dove release this year.
Is Williams going to be down
Yes.
there? He's a great guy.
Oh, they are so amazing.
Yeah.
I met them at an event that was held by Alton, All Things Alton.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I met them on the riverfront. It was cold, but we did a dove release, and they are just amazing people. The things that they do for our community just are amazing. They're just so amazing.
Well, and it really is. It's such a great thing they do, and
Yes.
just a great family, too. And this event is really just one. I'm so surprised that there hasn't been an event really similar to this. And not to patronize you, it's just, you know, the time's here. There's so many families that have,
They are.
you know, whatever feeling they had of, you know, of guilt, of being scared to tell people and talk about it, you know, maybe shame. Who knows what you're feeling?
Right.
But to come together for 4 hours and to light that candle for your loved one and really get to experience that with a group of people that they're the only ones that are going to know how it feels like. You know, someone who hasn't gone through it can't empathize with that.
Yeah, and the main thing is we have recovery entities and resources available, that because we all know that drug overdose is a ripple effect.
Yeah.
Like, we carry the guilt and shame after somebody dies, but we have resources for, like, let's say a mom's going and she just buried one kid, and one kid is in active addiction and doesn't know how to get help. We will have them resources on spot for them. And this year we're also having some amazing speakers.
Are you really? Cool.
Yes, we
Fill me
are.
in.
We're going to have the Madison County Coroner, Nick Kovich. He's coming to speak at both of our events this year.
He's working hard. He has a good office.
He is. And then Alton Police Chief Ford, he's going to come speak. And we're going to have Pastor Bud. He's from the recovery, the R Church in Granite City, but he also does celebrate recovery. And he has a testimony because he was an addict for years. So, you know, the people can really relate to somebody that's been there. And he's going to be our pastor. And we're going to have music.
I love it.
Yes, and we're going to have event shirts this year. I'm really, really grateful for that. Because of our sponsors, we're able to make event shirts for each event.
Well, I think it's really incredible. And, you know, it's not a matter, you know, so many times the statistics speak for it. It's not maybe your immediate family, but it's just a matter of when somebody close to you or near you in some way, shape, or form goes through this battle. I mean, it touches us all. And I think that's such a beautiful part of what your event does, is it brings folks together of all different backgrounds that you would never see sharing a single space. And it's over, you know, such a tragic event, but it's good to know that there's a community there ready to support and be there, you know, for them.
We've been there, you know. It's by the grace of God that any of us made it out of addiction alive and in recovery. We can't forget where we came from. We help others. And every 8 minutes, an addict will die in the United States from a drug overdose.
Really?
Yes. And that is just sad. And if we can help, build that bridge between recovery and finding that addict that doesn't know how, like I was. I didn't know who to ask for help.
Right.
But if they show up to our event, they will know how to get help.
Well, and honestly, too, I just think that it's one of those things to be a part of it. And, just to realize that, hey, it's okay to celebrate your son or daughter or whomever you're celebrating out there.
In a healthy way.
Yeah, exactly. Because even though there's this, public stigma and, there's always that's going to be there, they knew their loved one a lot different than, society loved them or knew them. And I think that it's so, you kind of opened my eyes to that about the humanization of it all. And I think that that's so important for the supporters and family members that it's weighing on them.
And we were them.
Yeah.
We also, when we leave this event, we're counting up clean time, and we are going to, because it's going to be so heavy, at the end, we're going to let them know we do recover.
Yeah.
Last year, we memorialized over 100 people, had 200 years of clean time show up, and that left our community with the hope shot that they aren't lost. They can get help. We were them, and you can recover.
Well, and I honestly can't speak highly enough about that. And we kept the flyer up there for an extended period of time so you guys can get all the details on it. But this is really just to add up all those time and realize that there's light at the end of the tunnel.
There's light in that darkness.
Well, and how's it feel? I mean, for you personally, to have this growth for this event so quickly, and honestly, Christina, you had your mind set on it. It wasn't like you were taking any other answer other than we're going to continue to build.
It was so God.
You're right.
It was, I guess when I got clean and I would go out to my brother's memorial bench and I'm like, we need to have a place for people to feel safe, to memorialize their loved ones, but also to let the community know that we have a problem.
Yeah.
You can blame it on the opioid epidemic, which it contributed to a lot, but a lot of it is hurt people. And they're hurt, and we got to find out why they're hurt and why they're trying to numb that pain and why, and if they could just come, memorialize their loved one and see people that are living a life in recovery, maybe that can give them hope.
Yeah, 100%.
To not carry that burden.
Well, and that's why I didn't want to bring that up. But to me, I hope that there's somebody out there that, I don't hope you're struggling, but if you are, maybe go and just get some sights and sounds of this and see that the recovery option's there.
Yeah, and you don't have to have you can light a candle in silence.
Yeah.
You don't have to put their name out there. If you just want to come be a part of and see what we do, please come out, because it's so spiritual. It's moving, because we're all in this together, and we got to get through this together.
Well, and honestly, it's one of those things where the more you destigmatize it and you talk about it, it's not saying it's okay, but it shows that you don't have to do this alone.
Right.
I mean, the stress that it weighs on the loved ones and supporters and that individual is just immense. And now take me through what the itinerary of the 4 hours is going to look like.
Well, it's in like a rough stage right now, but we're hoping that when we get there that people can go around and check out the entities and talk to the resource booths and find out what they are there for and what they do. But we're also going to have them come up one at a time and introduce themselves to the public and talk a little bit about how overdose has affected them.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're hoping to bring up Madison County Coroner Nick and have him speak on, we want different perspectives, because it's easy for us in recovery to have a perspective of how we felt. But we gotta humanize this with the public.
Yeah.
Like the coroners see this every day.
True.
The police see this every day. The firefighters see this every day. And we're hoping, as humans, they have to deal with this. And we want their perspective on this whole situation, and even like dealing with the families that we, don't have to deal with. They have to go tell their loved one that they're dead, and stuff like this. And it takes a toll on our whole community. So we're going to have him speak. Then we're probably going to have music. We're going to have a girl come up and sing a song that she sang last year. Bree is her name, and she's really good. And then we're going to have Chief Ford come up and speak. And then after that, Foster's Light in the Dark will say a few things, but then we're going to have Pastor Bud come up and talk about his testimony and how he overcame addiction and his life. And then we'll probably start the candlelight, or we'll do the dove release, then we'll do the candlelight, and then, we'll end with a prayer and a moment of silence, and then we will announce the clean time.
It's really
and,
cool.
Anybody that wants to come up and talk at the end is more than welcome if we have enough time.
Absolutely. Now, how can, if folks are still interested in supporting this or supporting, we're going to talk just briefly on the September event because you'll be coming back on in the meantime to fill us in all the details. What's the best way to reach out, though, and say, hey, I want to support this?
We have a website, and on the website, it allows you to fill out a form, and you can either submit a loved one, or you can tell us that you want to volunteer, or we can communicate through that because we automatically get an email.
Gotcha.
Or message us on Facebook or whatever.
Perfect. We'll link everything on that and right up on RiverBender.com. Also, if you could, in an elevator, fill us in on what's coming down the pipeline in September.
All right. On September 13th, we're having a suicide awareness candlelight vigil. This is our first year. This is really, really going to be close to my heart because I lost 3 brothers. My family is going to come together, but it's going to be at the same place, Russell Commons Park. It's from 4 to 8. It's on a Saturday, and we're also going to have a dove release there, and we're going to have speakers. The coroner's coming back, but we're also going to have Dave Glover from the KMOX.
Wow. Yeah.
He lost a brother. He's going to come speak. And we're going to have my brother at his funeral, my first brother. I can remember them playing Stairway to Heaven acoustic, and I'm having somebody come from out of town to come in and play that song.
That's really cool.
So my life will be full circle. And then we're going to have another couple, Bree and Chris, come from out of town. She wrote a song. She lost her dad. So they wrote this song, and they're going to play it together. And we're going to have resource tables. We joined the Madison County Mental Health Alliance. And so we have a lot of good resources coming for suicide prevention, because that's another thing that isn't talked about.
100%.
And our community just really needs to know that it's an issue.
You were telling me the amount of 988 calls out of Madison County this year alone was about 4,000 year to date.
Yes. Yes. Our county has really got a lot of 988 calls.
Well, and honestly, proportionately speaking, with the rest of the total sum of calls, I mean, that's almost half have come from our county alone.
Yeah. And the amazing thing that people don't know about is they're working when somebody calls 911 and they're suffering a mental health crisis, rather than the police show up or whatever, as long as their safety isn't involved, they can revert that call to 988, and they can talk to somebody that's professional.
100%.
A lot of people don't know that they're putting this into place. And then if it's just like you're sitting with somebody and they're suffering a mental health crisis, we also have numbers. They have numbers for that too. Centerstone and places like that. I try to share that on my Facebook, because a lot of our problem is people don't know. They're not knowledgeable about who to call in certain situations.
Right.
Of course, if somebody's safety is at risk, you call 911. And even if you do call 911, if it isn't a safety thing, they can transfer you.
Well, Christina, it's always great to talk with you, and we're going to link everything in a write-up on the August 31st event. We'll be talking in the meantime, too, to get more updates for it. But the Overdose Awareness Day event is going to be Sunday, August the 31st. I do get paid to read, 4 to 8 p.m., and that's over there at Russell Commons Park. It's Discovery Parkway off of Route 143 in Alton. It's right down on the river. Be a part of this. And, Christina, I know we'll be talking again relatively soon, but keep up the great work, and thanks for all that you're doing.
I can't do it without my board.
That's for sure.
They're amazing.
That's for sure. We'll take a quick break. Our friends at OSF Healthcare will join us in a couple of minutes. You stay there. I'll be here in the studio right after this.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Mugs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Until Fest. Don't miss it.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Always great to talk to our friends at OSF Healthcare. Meredith Walter joins us now. You kind of are a little busy at the hospital, I would say. So
very busy. Very busy program.
Well, especially, with what you're doing. You're an adult nurse practitioner and primarily cardiology, correct?
Correct.
Well, and as we're coming on and talking about this, I mean, to me, I feel like there's no better time because, our folks are out working in the yard when it's way too hot and maybe doing some very stressful, activities, getting older, and they could do it, 20 years ago and 30 and just a little bit tougher. And to have your insights is really interesting on this. And let's just kind of go right into it. What, the mission of the cardiology service line, and that's your guys' patient-centered care and the prevention and innovations. And, when someone meets with you for the first time, does the interaction normally start after an event, or do you guys see patients that are coming in with, just some lingering issues that could lead to something bigger?
Yes, absolutely. We see a lot of patients that come in because they have risk factors or they have had a coronary calcium score, CT, which is pretty popular right now, and they may have elevated levels of calcium indicating that they could have coronary disease starting or a severe blockage that needs to be, looked into further. And so we see a lot of younger people just coming in because they want to be proactive about their health.
Mm-hmm.
But then we also see patients that, had no idea, had no symptoms, or, ignored their symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
So we see a wide range.
Well, and what are some of the risk factors, that go into play? Is it all dependent upon age too, or is it kind of a risk factor as a risk factor for all?
Yeah, women are usually protected by, their estrogen until they hit menopause, and then their risk is equal.
Really?
To a man after
Wow.
after that point, yes. And then, of course, diabetes and hypertension and smoking and obesity, family history, those are all risk factors for heart disease.
And, whenever you start that process, maybe you do the calcium test. And I want to ask you a little bit more about that because that sounds pretty fascinating. But, calcium test or, you see something in a chart. When the process starts, what's that look like for that individual? Is it a couple of, appointments of just trying to figure out the best, approach to be proactive to avoid any of these bigger issues? Or does treatment start right away?
Well, an initial consult, and then if their primary physician has already done some of the legwork and some of that testing, then medications can be started if appropriate, or maybe their primary doctor has already started medications for blood pressure or cholesterol or even diabetes. And then we kind of discussed what further testing may be done from there. So
interesting.
Yeah.
What are some of those tests? Like I know there's EKGs and echoes. Is there any others that that you guys are doing?
Stress testing. We are.
Can I What is a stress test? Because I keep hearing that, and I've heard it like my entire life, and I don't know.
So many different kinds. It kind of depends on the type of person that you have. If they're able to walk on the treadmill. So there's exercise stress tests. There's what we call pharmacological or medicine stress tests, where if somebody is unable to walk on the treadmill, it can be done with nuclear imaging and nuclear pictures. It can be done with echocardiogram or ultrasounds of the heart. So many different factors go into what type of stress test somebody needs to have or what you're going to order. So
when it comes to the Halter and the event monitoring, is that someone that's like maybe having like TIAs or some type of spell? What is that used for?
So TIAs are strokes. You're looking for a heart rhythm problem, usually called atrial fibrillation. Okay. But if somebody passes out.
And we know that as AFib, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. And if somebody passes out, they usually get a monitor to look for any rhythm problems that could have been contributing to their syncope or passing out. So, yeah.
Do those ever get tricky? Just because, I don't know obviously how any of this works. I didn't go to medical school, but it just seems like there could be a circumstance where maybe somebody just has, something happened, with their heartbeat or something like that, and it was just one event. And everything else is okay. Does that happen quite a bit? Are there any type of outliers?
Absolutely, kind of rare.
Yeah,
rare episodes, every 6 months. And so I don't even remember how many years it's been, but now there is an implantable monitor that's kind of like a microchip that goes underneath the skin. The battery usually lasts 4 or 5 years, and those are for those rare episodes, and we are doing that procedure at OSF. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. We also are one of the only hospitals in the area to offer the electrophysiology services, where an electrophysiologist who deals with rhythm problems of the heart comes once a week and sees patients and does some of the testing and treatment at OSF, so you don't have to go out of the community for further procedures.
The 270 war zone.
Yes, exactly. The river.
Well, and that's why I think it's been so fun to be a part, just watching the OSF kind of journey and how everything's evolved the last 10 years. Because, y'all are bringing so many things in to the area for being a quote-unquote rural hospital. You don't have the feel anymore. We don't have to drive for a lot of these procedures anymore. We can just go right in our own backyard again.
Yeah, they absolutely have done a wonderful job over the last couple of years, it seems like, expanding their program. I came from a smaller private cardiology practice, and I worked there for 25 years, and I've been a nurse practitioner for 20 years.
Wow.
All in cardiology and vascular health. And so this program is really amazing as far as what they have done in the last 2 years with the physicians from SLU. They're all highly skilled and trained, and have done parts of training like at the Mayo Clinic and Cleveland Clinic.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. And come over, every week, several days a week to provide services there at OSF.
Well, and, take me through your 20 years of doing that. How has it evolved over the last 20 years? Because, unless you're really living it that long and see the tenure, you don't see the true growth of medicine.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of changes. Lots of changes.
Was it been primarily like with testing, or have those testing measures been in place?
Everything, and then just nursing care in general is different, right? So my daughter's a nurse now at Mercy, and just she'll say stuff, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, we didn't have that 25 years ago. So, of course, it's ever changing, and you're learning something new every day.
Well, and I wanted to ask you too about the interventional procedures. Now maybe you guys detect something, it's at a time, or someone went through an event and you have to use it. When do those interventions start to come in place? Is it after an event normally?
So, yes, whether you have an abnormal stress test or
Okay, gotcha.
if your event is a heart attack and you come into the hospital, they're able to, do the heart catheterizations right there. And if you need a stent, they, the cath lab's brand new.
Yeah, it is.
New technology, new equipment within the last couple years, and stenting, and we do the high risk procedures with the Impella device, which is also the only hospital in the area that's doing that.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's impressive.
Yeah,
honestly.
they're really raising the bar.
Well, and now what's angioplasty? Did I say that right?
That's balloon.
Okay.
Balloon, yeah. And so typically sometimes they will balloon if the blockage is too calcified, they may be only able to balloon and not put a stent in. But more often than not, they can place a stent, and yeah.
Well, and just because we keep hitting on that calcium, is that what that causes that buildup? Is calcium, or is it? Because I never
calcium, cholesterol. It can be a combination of things. Yeah.
And now, what does that calcium test look like that you were mentioning?
So that's non-invasive test, no IV.
Really?
Yep. And OSF just got a CT, what they call a CTA or CT angiogram, new CAT scan machine there that is able to do the calcium scores. Also, hopefully, eventually be able to do just angiogram pictures of the heart vessels.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, instead of doing the invasive route of the heart catheterization. Yeah.
I'm sure that's not the most fun process.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, and now, before we take a quick break, I wanted to ask you a little bit about this electrophysiology, which thank you for telling me how to pronounce that before we came on the air. And that was with pacemakers and loop recorders, cardiomems. What are those three items? Because we all know what a pacemaker is, but a loop recorder, what's that?
The loop recorder is another name for the implantable monitor.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
That you can have for those rare rhythm problems.
Gotcha.
Or they also help manage the atrial fibrillation or the AFib that can be kind of tricky, come and go. And cause problems. Yeah.
Well, and with that, what's a cardiomem?
So the cardiomem is another implantable, about the size of a paper clip, and it helps manage people with advanced or heart failure, chronic heart failure symptoms. It goes in the pulmonary artery, and it helps measures pressures, and then we can, based on that, decide, adjust your treatment plans, hopefully keep people out of the hospital, that kind of thing.
Before we take a break, we're going to come back and talk a little bit more. This has been a great conversation. I wanted to ask you about congestive heart failure, just because it's something that I feel like a lot of us have at least heard of, a relative or somebody that has this. Can you live with congestive heart failure for quite some bit of time with treatment, or what's that look like?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And there's different types of heart failure, different severities, obviously, of heart failure. And so with the defibrillators and the new medicines out on the market, it's very much manageable if people do their part too.
That's, I'm sure, the biggest thing is doing the part.
Yes.
Well, and we're going to come back after this quick break, but before that, your team's over there's got to be really good. You were telling me that beforehand. It's an all hands on deck thing.
It is.
And it has to be with the volume of people you guys are talking with and working with every day.
Yeah.
How many are on, not to ballpark it for me, but if you could, how many of you guys are out there working, throughout the day?
Well, there's myself, and then there's Margie, who's another nurse practitioner that has cardiology background, and then one or two physicians are there every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's just for this section.
Just for Alton OSF.
That's incredible. We'll take a quick break. We're going to come back with this really fascinating conversation, more just on heart failure, heart episodes, and just some more with OSF Healthcare. So you stay there. We'll be here on RiverBender.com and Roku TV.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and it will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back, 9:44, a little bit of change, back with Meredith, OSF St. Anthony's Health Center. Really good conversation. I'm enjoying this, learning a lot. You know, when it comes to heart failure management, I'm sure that that's debilitating or at least demoralizing to so many patients when you're told, hey, this is what we're going through, regardless of what type of, an event it is or what type of issue it is. But what's that management plan look like? I'm sure it's tailor-made for, every individual because everybody's body's different. But is there a rehab program with it? Is it, a lot of times just maybe starting to exercise at home and being more active or changing our diets? What's that look like?
Yeah, all of that, right?
Wow.
Yeah, and depending on what type of heart failure, I feel like that's the biggest shocker for a lot of people.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because there's about 4 medicines, brand new, right off the bat, that you're more than likely going to be prescribed. So that's an adjustment and a shock. And then, of course, following, diet, weight loss, salt intake. Some people have to restrict their fluids. And it's a big change or whatever. Cardiac rehab is huge. Mm-hmm. They don't have that anywhere here in the Alton area, but we are going to work on that and hopefully,
wow,
that'll be the next thing we add there at OSF. Hopefully, we'll see.
Now, what are the 4 common medicines now when it comes to prescription?
Entresto, usually some type of a beta blocker like metoprolol.
Okay.
Jardiance, and usually aldactone, which is a type of diuretic or water pill.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to ask you too. Now, is like metformin just for blood sugar?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's what I was curious about.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. That's the only medicine I remember. No, when it comes to doing preventative steps for this, I can only imagine, seriously, that when you're working with folks, especially if we're in our 40s or 50s, that's the last thing that's on our mind because we still got kids and there's this busy family. What is some preventative cardiology, the risk management and that assessment, what's it look like? And even for folks that maybe don't have anything right now or they don't know of anything that's going on right now, what can we do?
Knowing your risk factors is huge, right? And I used to always say, we know what we should do. I mean, we know.
You're right.
We know that, if we're overweight, we should try to lose weight. And we know that we should try to eat more fruits and vegetables and, lean meats. But we're all in a rush and it's easy to go through fast food joints and
Uber Eats is here.
I mean, yeah. But you really do need to, know your risk factors. And if you have, if you have a family history of heart disease, be more proactive. And
now, what's hypertension? Just because I've heard it, but I truly don't know what it is.
High blood pressure.
Okay.
High blood pressure. So, I mean, they've recently changed the guidelines, and they want everybody's blood pressure to be down under 120, 130, the top number.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously the bottom number, less than 80 at least, they don't like people to run too much over that or whatever. But hypertension is called the number one silent killer, right? Is because you can have a higher blood pressure and feel fine until it's significantly elevated and you have, headaches or a stroke or dizziness. And
that's what I was going to ask you, what those episodes look like.
Yeah, usually headache, dizziness, maybe fatigue. There's not a whole lot of symptoms, but there's a whole lot of changes going on inside of the body, right? And you don't often know about that until you have that diagnosis.
You just think you're tired and life's been busy lately.
Yep.
Well, and do you get a lot of younger people in the office? Does hypertension, is that kind of something you deal with younger people, or is that an older
So if we're
adult?
seeing somebody for hypertension, it's usually because they've seen their primary.
Gotcha.
They may be on 2 or 3 different medications.
Gotcha.
And they're having issues or what we call resistant hypertension. And so typically we don't see a lot of people just coming in for blood pressure.
Okay.
But if they have blood pressure and risk factors or symptoms or whatever, then we may see people, but lots of young people.
Yeah.
Younger and younger.
And do you have any idea of what's leading to that? Is it just our diet? Is it because I'm an idiot and drink all these energy drinks?
Yeah, right. Diet,
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I think it's our lifestyle.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, and it just is fascinating to me, though, to see the amount of that, or at least under 40, number one, but even under 30 that are having these issues, too.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that makes me remember I'm still human and got to take care of the body.
Yeah, we're not invisible.
Yeah. Well, and I wanted to ask you about some of the new technology and this accessibility. What does your guys' advanced imaging look like? And then you were talking about some of these, like the cholesterol test being minimally invasive. It's not invasive at all. What are some of the other minimal invasive techniques that you guys use?
Stress testing, some types of stress testing is mostly non-invasive, right? Except some stress tests require an IV. And so that's the most invasive that you would get would be an IV or whatever.
Well, that's the worst. I'll take it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Echocardiogram, which is the ultrasound of the heart, that's non-invasive, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Takes only about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Lab testing.
I wanted to, this is a fascinating question, and it might be a stupid one. I just thought of this on the top of my head. But if someone's going to get tested, maybe they got to get their heart checked out. And let's say they're a cigarette smoker or they're a vapor, and they think, or it goes in our head, well, I'll just not smoke the day before. Does that do anything? Or, I mean, pretty much, is there anything that we can do to not mess up a bad, a reading on something? Because
we do ask people not to smoke because
gotcha. Okay, that's
like before a stress test, a couple hours before a stress test or whatever, because nicotine causes vasoconstriction, and that's causing your arteries to constrict. So obviously that affects blood flow to the heart muscle, to your legs, to your brain, and that's what nicotine does. And so that's why, and it causes inflammation inside the arteries.
Wow. Well, that's interesting. And so I wanted to ask too, because we're running out of time.
Sure.
You guys are with SSM. You guys partner with SLU Cardiologists, correct?
Yes.
What's that partnership look like, and how does it operate?
Well, there's several different cardiologists and, like I said, the electrophysiologist that comes over on certain days of the week. They help in the clinic. They help in the hospital. They're the ones doing the procedures. So they're all, like I said, some of them trained at the Mayo Clinic and Cleveland Clinic.
That's wild to me. That's so cool.
Yeah, very skilled. And I feel like everybody there, we treat people like you're a family member, or how we would want our family members treated,
100%.
And we want the best, we want the best for you.
Well, and that takes me to this last part, and that's with the structural heart program. What is that program? And take me through the ins and outs of it.
So a couple of the cardiologists there specialize in the structure of the heart, meaning like the valves.
Okay.
And so they do the minimally invasive valve surgery, of the TAVR, which is the transthoracic aortic valve replacement. They do the mitral clips. And so a lot of those procedures don't require cutting the chest open. And the purpose of it is to do it all through inside an artery through like a catheter being. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Now, obviously, we don't do that at OSF.
Right.
But it's not, it's only done in the bigger centers over in St. Louis. But all of the follow-up, all of the pre-testing, everything there is done at OSF, so you don't have to cross the river.
Back and forth.
Until you go. And then it's the same cardiologist that you saw here doing your procedure over at SLU.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, and too, just the stress of getting people back and forth to appointments, you know, that starts to eliminate here with this too.
Absolutely.
It's just, I mean, it's truly incredible to hear about this. And, you know, before I let you go, if someone, you know, maybe they're 50, 60 years old, maybe they're 40, who knows? It doesn't matter the age, but they're realizing that something, they maybe just got diagnosed with something. It seems like just the way that just we've been talking the last 30 minutes is that this isn't really the end road. You know, there's still so much more life to live with great treatment options and a great staff around you too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Anything else we should talk about for right now?
I don't think so. Just excited to be here and grateful for the opportunity to be with OSF. Everybody's committed to, you know, making differences in the community. So
well, you guys are doing it, and really mean that. And it's great to learn more and more about all the advancements that are happening to keep us from driving as much and receiving care in our own neighborhood. We'll take a quick break. We'll link everything in an article, do a write-up on this great conversation. At 9:53, we'll come back, wrap up the 9 o'clock hour. After this, in the heart of the 618.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Muggs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays, roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab select 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
When you need a project done right, on budget, and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I've been to church, I've read the book, I know he's here, but I don't look near as often as I should. Yeah, I know I should. His fingerprints are everywhere. I just slowed down.
Rolling into the 10 o'clock hour here in downtown Alton. The 14th day of July falls on this Monday, and here's what you need to know. This has been a busy news weekend for the 618. Early Sunday morning, the Madison County Sheriff's Office did respond to reports of a disturbance and gunfire at 3rd Chute Bar and Grill 2. That's an unincorporated Alton. Multiple 911 calls came in at 1:05 a.m. indicating a disturbance and gunshots were fired. Upon arrival, deputies found a person who had been fatally shot and pronounced deceased at the scene. The suspect detained without incident. Authorities confirm the incident not random. Those involved were known to each other. This investigation remains active, and we'll have more details when they do roll out. A body was discovered just after 1 p.m. Sunday in a wooded area near Piasol Street and Market in Alton, leading to an active investigation by local authorities. The Alton Police Department promptly responded and involved detectives from the Investigations Division. The Madison County Coroner's Office called to assist. The discovery was made by a nearby neighbor who alerted the authorities. Officers secured the scene with tape as officials continue to withhold details about the deceased identity and the circumstances of this case. We will keep you updated when more details do emerge early this week. In the early hours of July the 11th, a woman in Belleville, Illinois, was forced out of her Dodge Challenger at gunpoint by several armed suspects. Here's what we know. The assailants fled in the stolen vehicle but crashed into a parked car. Police quickly spotted the Dodge Challenger speeding with a stolen Chevrolet Impala in pursuit. A coordinated law enforcement response led to the recovery of both of those vehicles. 2 juveniles were arrested from the Impala, were found with weapons. Despite a canine-assisted search, one suspect did escape on foot. The investigation has continued with multiple agencies involved, focusing on these violent carjackings in the 618. The Illinois State Police conducted roadside safety checks throughout June in Madison and St. Clair counties to combat impaired and unsafe driving. These efforts led to 101 citations and arrests, along with 36 warnings. Among the citations were charges for DUI, alcohol or drug-related offenses, occupant restraint violations, registration issues, driver's license infractions, and insurance violations. Alcohol and drug impairment continue to be major contributors to traffic fatalities, responsible for over 47% of fatal crashes in Illinois. Funded by IDOT, the campaign underscores the message: drive sober or you'll get pulled over. Joan Hibbs, 37 years of age, of East Alton, is facing 2 felony burglary charges related to incidents in Morrow earlier this year. Here's what we know on this case. Authorities allege Hibbs unlawfully entered a Morrow residence on the 5th of May and again on the 16th of May, both times with the intent to commit theft. The Madison County Sheriff's Office presented their case, and Hibbs was granted pretrial release. She remains presumed innocent. The community is urged to stay vigilant and report any suspicious activity to local law enforcement. Belleville police are currently investigating a fatal shooting that took place early Sunday morning in the 500th block of North 40th Street. Officers responded around 12:55 a.m. to reports of a person who had been shot, and upon arrival, they found a 50-year-old man with multiple gunshot wounds in a front yard. Despite first aid and emergency medical service efforts, the victim pronounced deceased at the scene. One individual was taken into custody at the location and is being held as the investigation remains active. Authorities will release more information as it becomes available. Finally, in the news today, the community has rallied to support the family of teenager Sabrea Hudson after that tragic shooting on the 4th of July. A GoFundMe has been launched to support the family of the 17-year-old who tragically lost her life in that shooting incident on July 4th. Described as a loving, joyful young woman and mentor with a passion for music and family, her sudden death has left her loved ones devastated. This fundraiser aims to help ease the family's financial burden during this difficult time, allowing them to focus on healing. Matlock created the campaign in response to the numerous requests from the community, emphasizing that every donation, no matter the size, is deeply appreciated. The family has expressed heartfelt gratitude for the outpouring of support and kindness during this most tragic of times. That's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend on this 14th day of July. We'll take you to weather now. Currently in downtown Alton, it is 76 degrees. Temperatures haven't changed. Feels like 89 out there. Humidity at 96%. Humid with clouds and sun today. A thunderstorm in spots this afternoon, and then an evening shower in places. Otherwise, partly cloudy and humid. Temperatures reach 85 degrees today and drop down to 70 overnight as we head into Tuesday. On Tuesday, the 15th of July, a high of 84, a low of 72 degrees. Thunderstorms Tuesday morning. On Wednesday, partly cloudy skies, a high of 90, a low of 75. On Thursday, partly cloudy skies, a high of 86, a low of 71 degrees. And then on Friday, the 18th of July, a high of 85, a low of 70. That's a look at the next 5 days. Here's what's happening now in the heart of the 618. It's 10:05. It's 76 degrees, but it feels like 90. For time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back Rehab Recover Return Home. You can also stay up to date in real time all the time by going to RiverBender.com/weather. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back with more Daily Show right after this quick one on RiverBender.com. First, a shot of downtown Alton, and we'll get to thanking our sponsors after.
I could. Another ain't no rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good. Not even 15 minutes later, I'm still walking on the street when I saw the shadow.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Muggs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Tillafest. Don't miss it. Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds. When you need a project done right, on budget, and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh-made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Oh, and I don't drink whiskey. I don't know how it feels to hurt. Oh, and I ain't been lonely.
Welcome back. 10-12. A little bit of change. We're talking to Mike Farmer. Combine both of the names. You know,
I've been called that many a times.
I do get paid to do my job. I'm sorry. This is really exciting. July 18th through the 20th starts in just 4 days. Is that Alton F1 Midwest Nationals, and it's going to be a great one. Last year was really exciting, and had Dustin on, and heard a little bit of the excitement that he had last season, and just a hell of a run.
Yeah.
And now we're excited, ready for more of this. And you've been, around powerboats for a long time. What makes this race different than a few of the other ones?
Well, it's a pretty nice location. There's a lot of amenities around it, and it's centrally located, so people can come from pretty much everywhere and travel about the same distance. That helps draw a crowd, helps draw participants.
Mm-hmm. Well, and now you were telling me that today you guys are going to start putting some docks together and start getting the final touches. What's this week look like for you guys? Is it pretty busy?
Yeah. Well, there's tents to be set up. There's the docks got to be assembled. I mean, right now they're a whole stack of pieces.
Oh, wow.
Has to be put together, and we're going to start that actually tomorrow morning. It's scheduled for 9 o'clock. We'll see, weather permitting.
Yeah, that's true, too. Well, this year, how's the water looking for you guys out there?
It's pretty fast.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's that mean for the racers?
It really isn't that big a deal for them. It's more of a deal for the spectators trying to anchor.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
The people that come by boat trying to anchor.
Well, and now you're the local patrol. You're in charge of the patrol boat, correct?
Correct.
What's your role look like in that? Is it just making sure everyone's safe? Is it driver safety too?
Well, when they set up the course, the course is the orange buoys, and then the out of bounds is the yellow-green looking buoys, and we got to make sure everybody stays outside of those. And then there's also no wake buoys up and downstream. We got to see somebody going too fast. We got to try to slow them down. And we snag debris. I put on river bills this morning. If you're sitting out there anchored and you see a piece of debris floating by, snag a hold of it. Try to get an event patrol boat to come over and take it from you. Don't just let it go by.
Yeah.
You can wipe out. A propeller's $3,000 just for one prop, and
What Tim was telling me about that, about how, I was thinking you would have to have a pretty good sized log to throw off your boat, but it doesn't take much to...
It doesn't take much to tip one.
That's incredible to me. Well, and now, is it one of those things where drivers and racers are actively looking for those things to avoid, or do you have to just hope for the best because you're going so fast?
Well, they're looking for them, but, when you're exceeding 100 mile an hour, they get there pretty fast.
Well, and how long have you been in racing in the boating world?
My dad got me into boat racing stuff when I was a little kid. I think I was 8.
Oh, wow.
And then he started a family boat repair business and had me out in the driveway kicking my butt, making me sand on boats when I was 12. And I just turned 65, so I've been doing it a minute.
Well, and how has it evolved over the years? If it's okay for me to ask, how's racing, kind of changed since the...
Well, obviously the motors have changed. Used to the inline 6 was the biggest motor we had, and now they got these V6s. 135 horse was the biggest motor, and now we're pushing 300.
Wow.
The boats have gotten more durable.
Mm-hmm.
The composite boats are tougher than the old wood boats were.
Mm-hmm.
Driver safety, the capsule that's a savior right there. Used to, when somebody wrecked a boat, they got hurt. Now they wreck a boat, they barely get a wound most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure. Well, and see, that's where I find it, kind of fascinating too, is the safety component of it, because it seems like the teams that everyone has, I mean, they're pretty comprehensive. What's that if say something terrible happens and there's a crash? What's that safety procedure look like to retrieve the driver and all of that?
The tour has rescue boats, at least 2 on the course, sometimes 3, and when a boat goes over, them guys are moving a lot of times before the red flag even comes out. The flagman hasn't had time to put the red flag out, and them guys are already on their way. And they get there, they got divers on the boat with them. Some of them have paramedics on them, so they can...
That's incredible.
Start working on somebody as soon as they pull them out of the boat.
Well, and see, it's just kind of, I like doing the behind the scenes a little bit just to see all the moving parts to this, because we watch the race and the excitement, but the magnitude of all the work that has to be done to put this on is incredible.
The work that Tim does is incredible. Tim and his partner John, they do a lot of stuff they don't get credit for.
Well, and it seemed, honestly, just from talking to the guys that I've talked to the last couple of days, it's been that way. Last year, take me through the experience you had with the tournament weekend. Was it a pretty good experience for you?
Yeah, pretty much so. We had a few people that, the patrol boats would ask them to move or tell them to move, and they basically told them they weren't going to, and told them they had no authority. And what these people don't realize is they're one radio call away from meeting the real authorities.
Right. Well, and it's no joke. I mean, you're putting people's lives on the line in safety when you're doing that and acting like that.
Yeah. Last year, the Coast Guard didn't shut down the river to commercial traffic, so we had to open the river up every now and then and let commercial traffic through. And we had to move some people that were anchored, and they didn't like that at all. This year, the Coast Guard is shutting down the commercial traffic, but we still have to leave the shipping lane open because, if Billy John wants to come through with his 50-foot blue water, he's got to have a path.
Right. Well, and see, the traffic is interesting to me because, the Mississippi River is one of our biggest commercial waterways in the country. And that's really fascinating to me that it's shut down for this time for you guys to actually get this race put on.
Well, they're shutting it down in the morning, and we have to have everything cleared out of the way. The buoys, the spectators, everything's got to be gone an hour after the races.
An hour?
Yeah, we got 1 hour to clean everything up so this next barge can come through.
And then you're back to setting up the next day, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Very interesting. Now, you've been working on this, you said, for about 3 years now with Tim?
Yep.
And what led to your involvement in the race? I love it.
I'm just going to say I must be easy. I don't know.
Well, what do you hope fans take away from this weekend, that's coming up?
Well, I hope everybody comes and enjoys the show, and we want to put on a good enough show that they can't wait to get back here next year.
Right.
It's a 3-year contract, and we want it to grow and grow and grow. It would be awesome if we filled every hotel in the area and restaurants all boomed and everybody had a good time at the races. That'd be a great weekend.
Well, and honestly, it's one for people who've never even, maybe checked this out before. This is exciting stuff. And to me, it's one of those, you guys have a hell of a camera feed. It was fun to watch online last year. But to me, this is an event where you have to be in person for to truly appreciate.
Yeah, TV doesn't do them any justice.
No.
That 0 to 100 off the start dock is, 3.5 seconds.
Are you serious?
Maybe 4, but they're pretty quick.
Wow.
And some of the corners are set up where they can sweep them a little bit, but some of the corners are set up where they got to turn the boat. And they'll pull between 4 and 6 G's in a corner.
That's what we were talking about. And, has there ever been a disconnect for maybe a boat racer that you've known, or you don't have to know, but they started racing in the 80s or 90s. And now, because of the advancement of these motors and these machines, I can only imagine that it takes some time to get used to all those G-force, all those G's in a cockpit.
Well, in the 80s, they were sitting in the boat loose still in the early 80s.
Uh-huh.
And the only thing that kept them in the boat was them hanging onto the steering wheel.
Are you serious?
And
wow, you got to be pretty tough to be a racer.
And then later on in the late 80s, they went to the capsule where everybody was strapped in. And, we kind of coined a term for the new drivers coming in. We called them capsule drivers because they'd never been pitched out of a boat before. So they had guts that other people didn't have.
Yeah, I'd say so. I would 100% say so. Hey, you got a moment to take a break with me?
Sure.
We're going to take a quick break. I got to pay some bills. More conversation with Mike Farmer. Coming down the pipeline in just 4 days. Starts Friday with that meet and greet at Max. That's going to be really fun. I heard the kids enjoyed that a lot last year and the families.
Tables set up out in the street.
Yeah. We're going to come back and talk all about that. You see that on your screen, July 18th through the 20th. That's the Alton Midwest Nationals F1 Powerboat Racing. More on it after this.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganess Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganess Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganess Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Deep in the water somewhere, got the blue sky breeze and it don't seem fair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. And I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise.
Welcome back, Daily Show, 1024, a little bit of change. The F1 Powerboat Alton Midwest Nationals take place in just a couple of days. The meet and greet is on Friday, which is going to be a hell of a time. That was great last year, and this is for families to come up and meet some of the racers and get to see the boats up close, and really just a cool day, Mike.
The racers are available pretty much all weekend, but the meet and greet, everybody's out, eager to meet you. They all come, and some of them bring some trinkets. We'll see who's got trinkets and who don't.
Well, and take me through the weekend. When does the racing start on Saturday?
Well, I got a schedule here.
Oh, there we go.
We have a tentative schedule because, weather and stuff changes that. Saturday morning, starting at 9 o'clock, is tri-hull testing. And then it moves on into Formula One testing and then Formula Light testing. And then at 10:20, the Formula Lights qualify. And at 11 o'clock, Formula One qualifies. And then they're going to open the river for an hour. And then at noon is opening ceremonies, and then we start heat racing after that. And about every 30 minutes, there's a heat race up until 5 o'clock.
Man, that's incredible. And now Sunday, what time's the action start?
Testing starts at 9:45, and heat races start at 10:15 in the morning, and then opening ceremonies are 11:15, and then we resume racing at 12 o'clock.
Awesome. Well, it's a great weekend for whether or not you're doing this with your family or by yourself to go check this out, man. I mean, 100%. And now, because you're on the water while this is going on, what can the viewer from the water witness if they missed out last year? I'm sure that's really exciting to be on the water when that happens.
Well, you can get a pretty good seat out there.
Good answer.
There's a radio station, and I'm sorry, I'm unprepared for that. I don't know what channel they can tune to so they can hear the announcer.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
I'm not aware of that one, to be honest with you.
It's just a local little thing at race site, so the people that are in their boats can hear the announcer, because you can't hear the announcer out there.
Well, I'm sure. Well, that'd be cool. Well, and now, I wanted to ask you, we have some time now. You were a part of a racing team for quite some time. I just wanted to ask you about your role because you were the crew chief, correct?
Correct.
What's that role? Is it similar to NASCAR, or like, how does that?
I would like for it to be similar to NASCAR. You don't get to tell other people what to do. You're doing it.
That's interesting.
Some teams have a bunch of people, but we didn't. We had just a few of us local guys, myself and Lynn and Chris Bechtold and Phyllis, and that was the four of us for the most part. And a lot of times it was just me and Lynn and Phyllis and Lynn's dad, Harold. And then we picked up a guy out of New York, Daryl Balcom. Daryl was other brother.
I love it. Well, and just before we let you go, for folks that don't understand it or maybe you're new to this, the camaraderie I've been kind of following just the last couple of days. It's been really cool to see just kind of the community that the racing community has. Take me through that a little bit.
Well, it's kind of like a lot of other sports where you'll bicker, but when it comes down to it, if somebody needs something and somebody else has it, they got it.
That's cool.
It's nobody wants to see somebody sit on the bank because they didn't have something.
That's awesome.
If you come and, nobody comes to a race with just one bullet, one power head. So if they come and they have a bad day and they blow up 2 or 3 power heads, they're going to get one from somebody else. There'll be a loaner out there. Somebody will get one.
That's really cool. Really cool. And before I let you go, we've been talking for almost 20 minutes now. Let me ask you do you have any predictions over this weekend? Who do you think's looking good? Who do you think has a good chance?
Well, I would kind of like to see Spencer do real well. He's been struggling a bit. And he does his due diligence. He does a lot of work. But Dustin, again, he's going pretty well. And then RJ West. If RJ shows up, RJ tests a lot, and he goes real fast.
Man. Well, and see, now, this is what I wanted to ask you, too, just because you have a lot more knowledge on this than I do. When we're bringing our kids out, we're ready for a weekend. What are some of the things, we can kind of start, cheer? Is there anything that's like a normal, cheering moment or anything like that you can help us kind of get prepared for so we're cheering at the right times and know what we're doing out there?
Well, the cheering just kind of happens. It ain't a planned out thing. It's going to hit you and you're going to be like, yeah!
I love this, man. I'm excited for the weekend. And Mike, it was great talking with you. What's your final thoughts just on the weekend ahead before we say goodbye for now?
I just hope everybody has a fun, safe weekend and everything goes well.
Well, and I'll add on to that. If you're somebody watching in the boat, stay behind the damn line so we can keep everything moving.
Yeah. Don't give anybody a hard time.
Nah, we're all just trying to do something really cool. This is something I hope stays for a long time, Mike, is this powerboat racing. It's so unique, and really just from all accounts, it's such a unique course, too, for all the riders and racers.
Last year was the first year back since 1992.
That's incredible.
They raced right in front of the bell down there in 92.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Well, it's exciting to have it back, and it adds something unique and really is such a great thing. I hope the weekend goes well, and we'll be there following along with you guys, and thanks for stopping by today.
Enjoyed it.
10:32, a little bit of change. You can find out more on the Alton Midwest Nationals by just, typing that into Google. Alton Midwest Nationals, the F1 Powerboat Racing website will come up, and here's what it looks like just for all of you following along at home right there on your...
Can we share this?
Oh, yeah, we'll put the QR
tickets?
code. Oh, absolutely. And we'll link the QR code for tickets and the link for the tickets all in these articles so we can get you guys there. Alton Midwest Nationals, July 18th through July the 20th, and that's right there. You can find out more at F1Powerboatchampionship.com, and just click on the race link, and we'll link everything in that write-up. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and hang out for a little bit more after this on Riverbender.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Mugs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
When you need a project done right, on budget, and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
no matter the season. Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Everything gets hotter when the sun goes down.
9:43, the Freers. Carrie, how are we doing today?
We're good today.
Margaret?
Doing well, thank you.
We are getting closer and closer to Christmas in July. July the 18th is the big day, and then July 13th coming up is the second big day where we can dine to donate at Baker's and Hale, enjoy some great food and great company, and just go have a good time supporting Christmas in July.
You bet. Baker's and Hale are great to the community. They support a lot of things in the community, and their food and service is impeccable.
Well, and you know, last year was a really big year for the event. And how much did you guys raise?
$75,000.
And that all goes back right to the community for the children. And that's what I think so important about this is for people to know. I mean, your dollars are literally staying right into the 618, right into the area for families in need. And who are all the agencies you all partner with and work with during this?
Oh, let's see, Riverbend Families, Riverbend Head Start, Salvation Army, Autism Center, Crisis Food Center, Operation Blessing, Catholic Charities, Boys and Girls Club, Centerstone. A lot. There's like 17 different agencies that benefit from this.
I didn't realize it was that much.
Yes.
Well, and see, that's where I think, you know, when people look at drives and events, like, you know, it's obviously would be fun to win $3,500 in cash and all these really cool trips and experiences, but also just to know that, you know, your dollar's really going towards something that's really a great drive, and especially when you guys get everything together and do your shopping and they shop local. I mean, they shop here in town.
Right.
The
agencies show up and they shop with the money that is collected at this event. So it does. And I'm on the struggle bus this year, CJ. I mean, it's very hard. I need people to buy tickets. If they can make a donation, I need them to make a donation.
And how can they make that donation?
Stop by Freer Auto Body. It is tax deductible. Make the check to Community Christmas.
That's what I was wondering, if it was Community Christmas.
Community Christmas, yes.
Perfect. Well, and honestly, that's something that can't be stressed enough, because it has been a tough year, it seems like, to get the tickets sold and everything else. But honestly, it's one of those where the prizes have never been better. And
right.
It'd be great to build on the 78,000 plus that was raised last year, and even if we get closer, you know, maybe even a couple $100 ahead of it. You know, that truly is the goal, and hopefully this last week we can bring them on home.
Bring a push. Yep.
And the top ticket sellers win some cool prizes too.
The top ticket sellers, I have wonderful prizes, best prizes ever. We've got dinner for 8 at Bella Milano with wine included with a 5-course meal. Mm-hmm. We've got dinner for 6 at Gentlands with dinner for 6 and wine included, and we've got ball tickets.
Yeah, well,
so I mean, best prizes ever.
1,000% over, and honestly, just what it's going towards is something that's even better than that. And honestly, it's not just toys and gifts. I mean, you guys are getting toiletries and coats, and
cleaning supplies and coats and toiletries and just things that the different agencies need.
Yeah.
So anybody that buys a ticket is a winner.
Yeah.
Anybody that buys a ticket, whether you win the $3,500, won the vacation, side of beef. I mean, we've got great prizes this year too.
The side of beef's a big one.
It is
especially right now. Everything's gone up with meat.
We really appreciate Siler's donating that. That's wonderful. And Simmons, they donate our tickets. Everything is donated for this event. We buy the food. Simmons donates printing of the tickets. All the prizes are donated. So it's 100% profit. 100% stays in our area.
Well, and honestly, that's where it really has just become such a really cool machine in itself, is just seeing the community Christmas machine and all the different, organizations and people that are involved to make it happen. And that's where you come in. You just need to buy tickets. You can reach out to me, CJ at RiverBender, or just call the office and get connected to me that way. And we'll reach out to Facebook too, as long as you don't send me any hate mail. I've been getting a lot of that lately.
Really? Oh, no,
God.
I don't believe that.
Oh, yeah, man, I'm telling you.
What's there to hate?
I let people lie. That's what they tell me all the time.
You let people lie.
But, it really is cool. Now, the Christmas in July event, what time does that start?
10:30.
10:30?
10:30 to 1:30. We draw at 1:30 that day.
And then the best... what is the best sandwich?
Sloppy Joe.
I always do this. I almost said grilled cheese, and I was going to get in trouble.
If people haven't been, they need to come and experience it. It's a fun day. Little kids wait on you. It's kids helping kids. The Sloppy Joes are the best you'll ever have.
Oh, and Margaret makes her cheesecake.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, that is really good stuff. And is Santa going to be there this year, too?
No, we may have a Grinch. We may have a Grinch this year.
Hey, this is new to me. Is it me? Am I the one dressing up?
No, actually, Enterprise.
Oh.
The regional manager for Enterprise is going to dress up like a Grinch.
That's really...
And Enterprise has been very, very kind to us. They make large donations every year, as does Ed Morris. I mean, we have suppliers that, our Exalta is donating the big prize. I mean, we have a lot of people that support this event, but I need more this year. I need help.
Yeah, well, we really do. And honestly, with knowing what it goes towards, too, and that's, little kids and not just their toys on Christmas, but coats and cleaning supplies. And like you said, I mean, right now you need like a refinance line at Schnucks just to get by a couple of those bills because of how expensive it is. And, if it's hurting for people that, are doing okay, imagine, for the folks that really just can't, or trying all they can, working two jobs and maybe just a single household, or what happens, it's important to do so.
And Christmas Day, you get a warm feeling knowing that you helped. You really do.
And it's a different feeling than not doing anything, during the Christmas season and all of that too. It really does make you feel good. And you guys get a moment to take a break with me?
Sure.
We'll come back and we'll chat some more about Christmas in July. Coming up on July the 18th, get the best Sloppy Joes. I don't know why I was thinking grilled cheese. It's just because of all this drilling. Do you hear this going on? I mean, I'm top 3% of podcasts in the world, and I got construction zone.
Congratulations on that.
Well, that's how they're rewarding me. They're giving me power tools. Yeah. More of our daily show after this.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car. I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Muggs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Deep in the water somewhere, got the blue sky breeze, and it don't seem fair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. And I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise.
Welcome back. Couldn't hear that. 9:52.
Thank goodness.
Coming up on July the 18th, 10:30 to 1:30.
We have to-goes, too. You can call in, and we'll have to-go orders ready.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, and now, are the girls going to be back in town?
Yeah, they will both be there at the event.
That's always cool.
Thankfully, yes.
And now, colleges, they're both in college now, aren't they?
Yes.
And when did they start this? How old were they?
Oh, 5.
So Taylor, my oldest actually started this. She was she 4, almost 5? She was
5.
And she had wanted to have a lemonade stand at the top of the hill and donate all the money raised for David. Her uncle had passed away in a tragic car accident, and Community Christmas was his favorite. He supported it. He'd shop for kids year round, store it, and donate. And so she had this grand idea that she was going to have a lemonade stand at the top of the hill. And she was going to use the money from her piggy bank to start it and then donate her. And so we were like, okay, Margaret's like, well, we could do something down here, not at the top of the hill, because that's kind of dangerous on Albee.
A little bit.
So it started out that first year. I'll never forget. We had like a table set up outside, and we didn't have tables and chairs set up. Do you remember that?
I remember, yeah.
And then it started to rain, and we kind of moved it inside. And I think that year we raised, and there was no $2,500, and there was no ticket sales. There was no. It was strictly just Sloppy Joes. That's how the Sloppy Joes came in. We
ran out of Sloppy Joes.
Yeah, and it started with because it was just on a small scale, right? It was word of mouth. It wasn't this was. 17 years ago, right? So
17. This is our 17th.
That's
year.
incredible.
So we and then it just kind of grew, and then she came up with a plan to kind of sell more, come up with raffles and sell and raise more money, because the more money you raise, the more it benefits, right? Mm-hmm. So and that's kind of how it snowballed into. But through the years, the girls have grown up, and we've tried to keep it kind of going. Taylor went away to college, and last summer she wasn't able to come home. This summer she's kind of home, but she will be there, for the event. And Lily heads back to college at the end of July, start training for soccer for the season. And
she's already training now.
I know. She's out at the park. You can find Lily at the park. You can find her sprinting somewhere. You can find her doing something somewhere. Yeah, it's like a full-time job.
It's just really cool to hear how it evolved. And honestly, just to remind folks kind of the story of Community Christmas and Christmas in July a little bit, it's really important too, because, still 17 years later and it's stronger than ever. I mean, that's what I think's really, really unique. And really this next couple of days, you have until July. Can you buy tickets before the raffle on that day?
Yep. We sell them the day of. Mm-hmm. The little kids will be selling raffle tickets. One of my favorite stories is when Lily and Ella Enos were little. Sam Roberts was down there, and Ella Enos was just a little tiny thing, and she went up to sell Sam a ticket, and he bought one, and he gave her a 20 and says, "You can get 2 for that." She didn't want to give him change. She wanted him to buy two raffle tickets.
That's a good salesperson.
She was working him over.
She was.
Little Ellie.
That's just awesome.
Maybe Jason needs to hire her at the car lot.
That's right.
That's right. Now, it's donation based, right? For this,
yes.
How do you? Is that how you get your?
Yeah, we have
Sloppy Joe?
jars out, and whatever they want to give, we accept.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And now you guys can stop by Freer on July the 18th. That's where it is, 10:30 to 1:30. Or you can call. What's the number to call for to-go orders?
466-6151.
And we'll make sure to put that to the article too. But last year, I mean, almost $80,000 going back into Riverbend families, and
yep.
Really, just incredible. And you can go back at RiverBender.com's news articles and see a little bit of what Sydney covered. She was there for, I think, the packing day or a couple, the shopping day, I think she was at.
She's pretty good about coming to all the events.
Yeah, she's very good.
Well, and you can see all just the impacts you're making too. And that's where I think it's so, like you guys said, it's you seeing that in action and seeing the machine work because there's so many people involved. I couldn't imagine what
Target
it's like.
shopping day is just unbelievable. Cart after cart after cart.
Well, the agencies come in and they have lists and they have things that they're specifically looking for because they try to talk to their family.
Oh, see, that's how I wondered how it worked. Was it
so the agencies get an allotment of money? They come to Target. They have certain times that each agency shows up. So sometimes you'll have 3 agencies in there at once shopping. They bring couple people with them. They have some of them come with lists, some of them just have a good idea. Some of them just are there for cleaning supplies or diapers or you know things like that. They're
personal hygiene.
Yeah, personal hygiene things. And then we ring. They each file their cart through the checkout and get rang out and go on home, and it's done.
Wow,
with their stuff.
Well, and now where do they all does the packing and all that get done in their respective locations?
Yeah, so we're just there helping them either shop, bag helping Target with all the bagging of stuff. But once they leave, then they
gotcha.
And talking to each agency, they each do it different. Some of them like they get lists from the families, from like the parents of my kid would like X, Y, and Z, or we really need some pots and pans, or we need this, and so they do it that way. Some of them, they set up like a shop inside the agency and let the families come shop for themselves with the toys that they've gotten.
Oh, wow.
Every parent wants to be able to pick their own kid stuff out, right?
Yeah.
Don't you like going and
for
picking
sure.
it? Right. So some of them do it that way. It just depends on the agency.
Well, and honestly, it's just cool to know that a little bit more and hear a little bit of the behind the scenes.
So it really does. I mean, I've seen it. I mean, they really do come in, they shop, they spend that money that you guys help us raise. So, I mean, it does.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, and now, like what we were talking about, you can for $10 enter, or for, maybe get 10 tickets, maybe hell, get 50 and just see what happens for a chance to win $3,500 in cash. You're still profitable. You also can win $1,000 in cash, baseball tickets, and some really great trips and experiences too with that.
Side of beef.
Oh yeah, that's the side of beef is a great one.
It is a great one. Yes,
man. And then July the 18th, you stop by for 10:30 to 1:30. 1:30 is going to be the drawing time, correct?
Right.
And you'll be on Facebook doing that too.
So we usually do Facebook Live, and I apologize in advance. I'm terrible about all of those things. I do not speak in public well.
Gary.
I sometimes have the camera backwards, upside down, facing me. Whatever, it works out.
We all get the point. We know who wins. And with that being said, you can stop by Bakers and Hale on July the 13th. Dine to donate all day while they're open.
All day, and they're going to have music.
Isn't it bike?
They will probably have a special drink. They call it the Christmas in July drink. They did, I know, one year. It's fun. Their waitresses will be selling raffle tickets too. So hopefully it will be a successful day. And everyone has to eat. So.
And their food is fantastic. If you've never been, it's good food.
It's fantastic.
I am impressed with their service. I mean,
yeah. Oh, it's great.
I tell you, you're in and you're out. They don't mess around.
Well, I hate to pick on anybody, but Bakers and Hale should have done the car wash construction, because that stage was built in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? That was impressive.
Their
how
addition
quick that
is
was
very
done.
nice,
and it was done so fast.
Yeah. Bart did that. Bart is amazing too.
He is, man. I'm just telling you, it's a really great time. Stop by on the 13th. You might even see me out there grabbing lunch, and just don't throw anything on me. And we'll have a good.
I'll bring eggs.
Well, that'll be a part of the raffle experience.
There you go.
But we'll see you there. And then on July the 18th, that's 10:30 to 1:30. That's the big finale where you have a chance to win $3,500, $1,000. Cardinal tickets, not just any Cardinal ticket, green seats, right?
Correct.
Green seats. Vacation spots, all that good stuff, all while raising money for children and families in need in our community during Christmas time to give them all the Christmas they deserve. Thank you guys so much for stopping by.
Thank you,
Thank
CJ.
you.
We'll link everything in an article on RiverBender.com. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with Wes Scantlin. He's the lead singer for Puddle of Mud, stopping by August the 2nd, so he joins us via phone call, and we're going to get the latest from him next.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Muggs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Look at it! Reach out to me for satisfaction, yeah. Look at here, Dave. That's all she got to do. Call my name, yeah. For quick reaction, yeah.
Welcome back. 10:59. A little bit of change. Wanted to fill you in real briefly, though, just because we're running out of time today. Chris Rhodes does have more to this story just out about an hour ago in regards to the body found in that wooded area of West 7th Street and Piesaw Street. We do have an update on that location. Here's what we know. The Alton Police Department was called to a wooded area near West 7th Street and Piesaw Street at 12:41 p.m. Sunday afternoon. That was yesterday. After being notified of a deceased person, Police Chief Jarrett Ford said officers responded to the scene and located the body, the chief added. Further investigation is in conjunction with the Madison County Coroner's Office, and that is underway. Chief Ford said that additional information will be released after family notifications have been completed. So stay tuned to RiverBender.com to follow along on all those very quite frankly sad, tragic news stories that occurred the last couple of days. We'll see you back here live at 9 for more of our daily show tomorrow. So until then, one thing left for you to do, and that's try your best to stay out of jail.